moment I wake up.
The headband's coming on, so that means we're getting started.
Hi Dance Magazine readers, welcome back to Dance Magazine's YouTube channel. My name is Haley Hilton and this is Dancer Diary, where I'm chronicling my life as a dancer in New York City. Today we are talking about hair and makeup trends for performances in 2024. We spoke with three pros, Ezra Sosa, Rylee Rogers, and Dabria Aguilar. Each are succeeding in their own areas of the industry. Ezra is a ballroom dancer. He's been on ZDU Dance and Dancing with the Stars. Dabria is currently in Moulin Rouge on Broadway, and Rylee is in Ballet West. They tell us all of their favorite products that they're using and the reasons why they're helpful for their particular things that they're doing on stage. It's all so much fun. I can't wait you to see all of their personalities and all the great makeup trends that we can all try out ourselves. So check it out. Hi Dance Magazine readers. I'm here with Dabria Aguilar. She is currently in Moulin Rouge on Broadway, and she's going to show us her performance hair and makeup. Dabria has danced with the Ballet Collective. She was in the ensemble of Radio City Christmas Spectacular. And like I said, she is currently in Moulin Rouge on Broadway, and we're so lucky to have her here.
Hi, I'm so excited to be here and show y'all my entire routine. So the first thing that I do, I have a very sweaty face when I'm dancing. So this primer is my holy grail. I swear by this stuff, and it's the Milk Pore Eclipse mattifying primer. Focus is really in my T-zone because that is where I sweat the most and I get the most oily.
This is so fun. I feel like Moulin Rouge has such like dramatic, fun makeup.
Yes.
So fun to do every day.
So next from here, I like to do my eyebrows. Just because I like to start with my eyes and then move my face because everything gets so messy. So for here, I take this MAC spiked eyebrow styler, and I like to focus just on sparse parts of my eyebrows. So near the tail end and then a little bit in the front.
How much time do you usually have to do your makeup?
When I first started, I remember showing up like 2 hours prior to showtime because I was so nervous. But now I show up like 30 minutes before lift call, so an hour and a half before our show, and I usually take like 30 minutes to get ready. But from here, I like to use the Makeup by Mario eyebrow gel. I like to brush mine back first. I feel like that makes them stay a little bit longer. And then I like to brush mine up. I like to kind of carve out my eyebrows. Just take my concealer, which is the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. Mine's in the shade Praline. And I take a flat brush, kind of like this. I just put a little itty bit on the brush, and I just carve right underneath.
Does everyone use like the same products, or is it like kind of dancer's choice?
We are all given the same products as far as like base things go. But if you have like particular skin needs for foundations and concealers, which I do have very sensitive skin, so I can only use certain products. So thankfully they do also provide those if you need them. From here, this is where things get fun. Starting on our smoky eye, this MAC liner, shade Phone Number. We do it right on our eye line, and then we take a small brush and we smudge it up. It's a very messy line. Just make it messy. Doesn't really have to be anything pretty per se right now. And you literally just smudge it out nice and dark.
Oh, yeah.
And if you think about like the time that Moulin Rouge is placed in, it is not 2024. We really try to tune into the time period with our makeup, which is super fun. I take this MAC eyeshadow, and this one's in the shade Print, and I'm focusing this on my crease, so on the outer corners, and then I just blend it into my crease. I just like to do little circles. This is when I start with my foundation. I am obsessed with this Makeup by Mario. Did you get it?
Yes, I did.
I'm obsessed with this. A little pump on the back of my hand. I just take a little bit, and I really focus on the center of my face. For my forehead, I don't like to do too much just because we have our wigs that go on and off. So after this, I like to do my contour first, or my bronzer first, and I only do just a little bit, but I'm using the Charlotte Tilbury contour one. Yes. And I just do, again, a little dot on each side. I like to do a little bit over my eyebrows. And then I do like to focus a good bit on my nose and my jawline. Yes. Perfect. That is it. I like to blend with my cheeks first, and I always was taught to blend going up. I now go in with my concealer again, which is the NARS Radiant Concealer, and I just like to focus this on my under eyes and then like my high points of the face. So I do a little bit under my eyes, wing it out just a little bit, and then I like to do it at the center, just a teeny tiny line on the bridge of my nose. And then I get a little red underneath my nose, so I'll put it there and on my chin. So from here, I'm now going to start setting my face. If there is any product that you must buy, it's the One Size Setting Powder. I picked this one up at Radio City when I was sweating my tush off every single day, and I would come off and I'd have no more makeup left on my face. But once I started using this, my makeup does not budge. So I'm just using this powder puff to set like the areas that I really don't want to move, and then I'll go in with a brush and I'll brush this all over my face. Down here, I like to go in with my bronzer. I just focus this on my cheeks, kind of doing that same upwards motion. So now I take this other powder blush. It's in Flower Power, also by MAC. And we have two blushes that we use. One is like for our entire cheek, then one is for like the apples of our cheek. Take a little bit. And this is where the drama comes in, is with your blush.
Yes, that is so true. I feel like I have noticed that.
Then you take your bright pink one right here on the apples of your cheeks. Our last step of our face makeup is our Glossier Halo Scope highlighter stick. Your cheekbones up here. I'm gonna take this liner and I'm gonna go underneath my eyes now. I go all the way to the inside corner. Take the same little blending brush that we had earlier and take just an itsy bitsy touch of our dark eyeshadow that we also used earlier. And this we focus on the outside corner. I will take a separate liner, e.l.f. waterproof retractable eyeliner. This is the one that I like to use on my waterline. This is when we get into our lashes. I curl my eyelashes up first. I'm obsessed with Lash Telescopic and then also the MAC waterproof. I just start, and I like to start at the very base and just kind of feather my way. I'm being so hyper aware of the face I'm making right now. I'm trying not to be like... Now I just take the Lash Telescopic and I'll do just a little itty bitty mascara on the bottom. Now we take our MAC lip pencil in the shade Burgundy. I like to overline just the center parts of my lip, so I just do a little bit over on my cupid's bow and a little bit under on the underneath side of my lip. And then I remain on my actual lip line for back into the corners. I'll do a line down the center, and then same thing on the bottom lip. And then from here, we take our MAC lipstick in the shade Diva. Back to our One Size setting powder, Holy Grail. This is even better. Do a generous spray. Oh, maybe. This is the packaging. This is that you need this. But for now, since that's not working, the MAC Fix Plus. And there's your face.
Thank you so much for coming and showing us your stage makeup today. This is so fun. You're so talented. You're helping us all look so fabulous.
Thank you so much. I am so honored to be here. And thank you so much for asking me. You're combining all my favorite worlds. So I am just so happy to be here.
Here we are with Ezra Sosa. He is a ballroom / commercial dancer in LA. He was on season 16 of So You Think You Could Dance and seasons 30 through 32 of Dancing with the Stars. He trained at Center Stage Performing Arts Studio and graced the cover of Dance Spirit magazine in December of 2018. And we're so lucky to have him here. Thanks for coming, Ezra.
Thanks for having me. So this is essentially what I would do for Dancing with the Stars tour. First things first, we start out with the good old spray tan. It's the culture of ballroom. You get tan for the gods. I use South Seas. This is the company that actually does our tans for Dancing with the Stars on the show. So now it's hair. I have curly textured hair. The things I do use are curl enhancing smoothie. I get like a little pea size like this. I rub it in my hands like so. And I just kind of make sure it gets in all of my hair. Second half of it. This is my holy grail for anyone who has textured hair. It's this curling gel souffle. And then I kind of just like spread it out in my hands like this. Then I stick it in my hair like this. Honestly, that's all I do. I feel very lucky that I have to do 2 steps and I just let it air dry. So now that my hair is done, obviously we do skin prep. I use a Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream. It's like a primer / moisturizer. The headband's coming on, so that means we're getting started. And one thing that's super funny about me is when I travel with the girlies, I always have better makeup products than any of them. So I'm sitting there with Britt, Emma. So funny. I'm like the little fruity pebble teaching all these Dancing with the Stars girls.
I love it. This is what we need.
I use this Makeup by Mario bronzing drops. And I always have 2 shades depending on how tan I am that day. I go like this.
Okay.
And then for my cheekbones, I get like a smaller brush and I go like this on like the apple of my cheek. And then I kind of just like brush it along that. I can't believe I'm doing this with you right now. This is insane.
I'm so happy about it.
And then we're gonna have a brush. Disclaimer, I forgot all my brushes, so we're making it work with this guy for like everything. Blend up on the forehead here. Yes, Haley, you're doing great.
Thanks, Ezra.
I go back to where this was. I like this. And then I just start tapping it like this. And then after that, you kind of see that line. I kind of like blend that out. Now we take the rest of this sucker and we're gonna go along the jawline. Like when you're dancing next to Glam, who has the fiercest jaw, you have to make sure that your jaw is as equally adequate. This is not a pretty image, so bear with me. I go like this. I do like a little triple chin. And then I kind of blend it out like that.
Oh my gosh, I love this.
Please make this the cover photo. The last thing you're gonna have is freaking white ears, okay? Because that happens to me and you look like Dumbo. So I always just put like a little bit on my ear, a little bit. Like this.
Genius.
And then
Just
and then
all over the ear.
yeah, but you should know this already, Haley.
Yeah, I had no idea. I'd never considered my ears.
You never considered your ears?
No, I'm a terrible dancer. Did they teach you this at Center Stage?
No, they teach you this on TikTok. We're gonna conceal. I used Dior Backstage. I'm not like crazy about this. It's just what I've been using. And then I use House Labs and I kind of mix them together. I always just go a little bit here.
Okay.
Just kind of like spread it out. Do like a little line like that out. This is like 2016 era. I go like this. And then what I do is I shape my eyebrow because I have very thick brows. Go like this. And I just do a little bit of a line. I use the House Labs brush. This is not the House Labs brush, but that's my favorite brush to do concealer. So yes, that is.
Ezra, tell our readers what you're doing right now.
Oh, okay. So I'm in Louisiana teaching right now. But after this, I'll be in New York City. And I'm workshopping my first ever Broadway show. It's called Take the Lead. It is a ballroom-based show based off of the movies, and that is all I know so far. I'm part of ensemble, but I also have a role. We're just workshopping it, so it's not going to be something that is official yet, but if it's official and I'm a part of it, I'll let you know.
I am so excited for you.
Now we're going to move on to our blush. I'll know and love Rare. It is very, very pigmented. I always put it on the back of my hand. Never put it on your face. Very lightly from the cheeks. And I just go with my cheeks. Sometimes put it over my nose. And then it just makes me look like so cute. You need to set the concealer. I use the puff. I use Laura Mercier. When you have done your concealer and after a while you let it sit there, it creases up again. You have to reblend it again. I do one at a time. I look up. You got to look crazy when you do it. That's the only way you can get it right. Okay. Got to blend it out like this and then dabble in your setting powder. Then I do the exact same thing, but on the other side. I don't like using too much. So now you have to set the rest of your face. Just kind of go like this around your face. And I don't like putting too much because then you lose your glow. When you put on setting powder, you kind of lose the color a little bit. Just frame the outside of your face.
Like a powder bronzer.
A lot of people start with their brows, but I don't because my brows are so thick. If you look at my face and you're like, I have the same eyebrows as you, dude. This stuff, the thick it, stick it, is insanely amazing, fantastic. And a little goes a long way. It doesn't look like I'm putting on any pigment, but it's just making my hairs look thicker, which I like. And it holds, especially when you're dancing and sweating. It really needs to hold. Now what I do, take this Ilia. I always put on mascara on the outside of my eyes. I just do a little bit here and you put a little bit on the bottom. This is extra credit. I'll do this on like red carpets sometimes if I want my eyes to really pop. Get like a smoke liner. I'll always put it on the waterline and then I'll do it to the top of my eye like this. Just opens up your eye a little bit more. First things first, you got to get some gloss. Second thing second, this is the NYX lip oil. And I like it because it's pigmented. It gives your lips some pigment, but also doesn't look too crazy. So when I do, I just put like a little dabble like this. That's all you need. And then the last thing you're going to do, this is the holy grails of holy grails for stage makeup. And if there's anything you're going to take away from this video, this one size setting spray. Anyway, this like that. And then if you're feeling like you need to be extra locked and loaded, do another round of a different product. And this is Urban Decay All Nighter. This makes your face look matte. This makes your face look glowy again. And there it is. There is my makeup routine.
This was so good. You're the best. We've loved having you here. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
You, Haley. It's always nice chatting with you.
We're here with Rylee Rogers. She dances with Ballet West. We're so happy to have her. Hi, Rylee.
Hi.
She is going to show us her performance, hair, and makeup routine. We're going to do it with her. It's going to be so much fun.
So excited.
In a ballet company, do you guys do your own makeup before every performance?
So we do our own makeup for every performance. There are occasional roles where our makeup is pretty complex. We'll have one of our makeup artists do it, but Most of the time for the girls, we're always doing our own makeup. I usually will have my everyday makeup on when I get to the theater. We'll have like class or rehearsal. I'll just have a base makeup on, and I usually take everything off like except for my mascara, just because I find it a little bit easier to put my lashes on when I have something to follow. I usually just start with some moisturizer. I'm just like very basic. I just use Cetaphil or CeraVe. I feel like we're doing makeup so frequently. Anything to save my skin. I use the House Labs foundation, little squirt, typical. All my friends have told me that the key to a good foundation is just blending.
Did I see you put it on your eyes as well?
Yeah, yes, I do put it on my eyelid. I'm just gonna do cream contour and concealer. I got this from Target. It's just like the Fit Me concealer. I just do a little bit underneath my eye and then a little line on my forehead. Any blemishes that I have, I blend again. So my contour, I'm just gonna I put my nose, my jawline, and then under my cheekbone, I'll put it on my forehead. I have this Charlotte Tilbury setting powder. This one is pretty light. I think it has like a slight tint, but doesn't really have much coverage. And my blush kind of just up my cheekbone. I love blush, so I put on kind of a lot. This is what it looks like, the blush and the contour. Okay, so after I've done that, I do a little bit more contour with more of like a powder contour. This is just from e.l.f. I start kind of light and then I'll kind of go darker depending.
Always add more.
This is like a palette from Sephora. I like these two browns. Browns just are good on my skin tone. Get those colors, kind of blend them a little bit. Put it in like the corner of my eye. So I put the tan and the cream on my eyelid and towards like the inner corner of my eye. And then I also just kind of go up on my like eyebrow bone too. I'm gonna do my eyebrows. e.l.f. brow pencil. So I have this Benefit eyebrow gel. I like to do my eyeliner with eyeshadow. I feel like it gives the same effect and also comes off so much easier at the end of the night. Black eyeshadow and do just a tiny little wing.
So it's kind of crisp.
There's the eyeshadow and the eyeliner. It's very simple. Okay, lashes. Ballet West, we love a lash. I just get my lashes from Target or Walgreens. Like, I don't do anything too fancy. As usual, I just kind of add the glue to the edge of the lash and just kind of hope for the best. Hope that it works. I just put it on.
The worst is like when one end comes up or you're like getting stabbed in the eye.
I get my mascara, blend my lashes together, and then I'll usually get that same brush that I used for my eyeliner, and I usually do brown underneath my eye. Get this darker brown. I'll just go like maybe a little further than halfway and then go out parallel. I'll just go out like this. My director loves a red lip. He's very much a red lip guy. I love this Super Stay 24-hour color from Target.
Covering the whole lip in red. Ooh, I like that applicator.
And then this is like the best setting spray. Last season was my first time doing Swan Lake Core. Hardest thing I've ever done. I've like never sweat so much my entire life. My makeup did not smear, smudge whatsoever. Like even though I was sweating buckets, I feel like it like almost resisted my sweat. Kind of feels like hairspray on your face. Like it probably isn't the very best for your skin, but it does the job. We'll put this on. Finished makeup look. So
Love.
fun.
Yay.
Yeah, on the hair. Okay, this is my favorite hairspray. It's the Dove non-aerosol hairspray. I try to use like these hair elastics that are pretty good for your hair. I use kind of a mix of like the hairpins and bobby pins. Start by putting my hair just kind of like in a high pony. And then I'll just spray my hairspray or water, whatever you prefer. I prefer to just do hairspray out of the bat. And then I'll just comb that into the pony. I kind of like a little bit of a swoop, but some people just go straight back. I like to see my bun.
Me too.
From the top. Like if my head's like this, I want to see the top of my bun. Put it in a pony, and then right before you're gonna finish, pull the top through. And then I take like usually my bigger bobby pins, and I'm just gonna like pull it down like this. And I just pin this front part down. Frame like the front of my head. And again, I kind of try to like line it around, like have like the circle kind of go up and back. If you do have a little bit thinner hair or less hair, this like gives the impression that you have more than you do. Once you pin the front pretty good, honestly, it's super easy. I just like I don't know if you can see, I just like flip it into my ponytail and it like completes the circle of but I'll just connect. There's like not any like little holes in it. I don't know, I feel like it gives like a nice, kind of like a princessy look. So you can see the side. And then the back, I'm gonna try to like show you the full back. Obviously, depending again on what we're doing, I'll make it a little more clean, or I'll just do the same thing in like a low bun form. And then I do this is how I do my hair for class too.
So gorgeous. Readers, everyone try her bun trick. This was just the best. Thank you so much.
Of course. Thanks for having me. I loved it. I loved it so much.
Okay, yeah, that was so much fun. I hope you enjoyed that as much as I did. Come back next month to see what we have happening, and I'll see you then. Mwah!